I want to take the opportunity today to show you guys different ways that you can jewel things. I am new to it and I thought I will show you guys now because I am exploring different ways of jeweling things, being that I just started a business, is Rachael XO Mass. And so being that I just started, I am learning different ways of decorating, and I'll show you some that I have already made here. I have had to learn different ways, and I didn't know that there was so many different ways. Like, this is a whole new world to me. So I want to share with you guys what I have learned so far. There are different tools to use. And as you see over here, my husband got these glasses for me, and they light up. They magnify everything, and I have to tell you that these are a lifesaver. It makes everything so much easier to do with these glasses, being able to magnify and see things a lot easier. I don't know if you guys can quite tell, but I mean, it's hard to tell through the camera like that, but it really does. And this is a little shoe that I'm working on. Isn't it cute? Some of the tools that I have learned that are out there and have purchased to try are starting with this one, this really cool bedazzled picker-upper. And I really like this one. This is the second one that I got. The first one, the tip was a little bit loose. That happens. I just got a replacement and I really like it. So it makes it really easy to pick up the jewels. And of course it didn't pick up when I said it was really easy. And if they're a little bit heavier, you just have to push down like a little bit more, but it makes it super easy. And here, let me do it over this white shirt. Let's see here. I will pick up a black stone to make it easier for you to see the contrast on the white shirt. So picked up this little white stone or black stone. I'm gonna put it on the shirt. And then with this tip right here, you're able to move it all around, adjust it however you want. So I really like that. This also picks up. It's a wax pen. These are both wax. This is wax on this side too. And with this wax, it also picks up the jewels too. So I do really like this one as well. The only thing is that it doesn't have a pointer thing to move it around the tip, but that's okay. I mean, it could still be moved around like this, unless if you're like in a fine detailed little area where you need something more precise, then you know, this would be the way to go, depending on what kind of projects that you do. So that's two different ways of picking them up. Now there is also one that it's a little tool and it has like little arms and it grabs them and you have to pick them all up. So what you have to do with them essentially is you have to turn all your stones over all the same size. So you turn all your stones over all the same size, and then you go and you pick up every single one. And then after you pick up every single one, then you can place them wherever you'd like. But I mean, that just was a little bit too tedious for me. I just knew I was not gonna be, you know, wanting to do that. And plus I work with a lot of different sizes on different projects. So you see I work on different sizes. So that wasn't gonna work for me. It depends on your project, what you're doing. So I thought that I'm not even gonna try that because I know that's not anything that I would enjoy personally. Not talking down on it, because if you use the same stone size, it would be actually a really great idea. Okay, so now that I've showed you a couple different tools to pick up, I'm gonna show you some ways of fastening them on. I did some research. I did research for all my stuff and I found that E6000 is the best thing to use. Now, I first purchased the regular E6000 and that's not the one to use. You wanna use the fabric one. So I purchased the fabric one and I really like this tip. It's a nice fine tip. Sorry if you can't see it. Nice fine tip. And you just need to just put a dot of it and it fastens it really good. Let's see, you can't see, it's clear and it dries on clear, which is great. And don't forget to cover this. I have forgot so many times to cover it and then you have to pick out the dry glue and it's just not fun. So you just pick it up, put it right on and bam, it's on. Let it dry. I think it's like 6 to 8 hours. And so that's what I do. Let them dry 6 to 8 hours, my stuff. And it's fastened on really good. Like you would really have to pry it off with tweezers for it to come off. And I'm sorry, let me back up on ways to pick up tools. I also have some tweezers. And tweezers, I really like using tweezers, these precise ones, right here. These are great for picking up bigger stones. And so these are good too. I just, depending on what I'm doing, I like to, you know, use them to pick stuff up. And I can move it around. So that's that. Another way that I have explored in trying is you can fasten on with a Hotfix. And to be honest, you know, I'm gonna be returning it. It didn't work out for me very much. It didn't work out for me very well. And so, but I'm gonna show you guys. So since I have it here, I will show you guys what it's like. There is different pieces that it comes with, and you can screw on the pieces for different sizes depending on which size of stone you have. I ran into that it was very hard finding like which one was for which stone. And when I would put it on, and I mean, this gets super, super hot, but when you put it on and you put your stone and you hot fix it, it was for 30 seconds. I was having problems staying on. Not all of them were staying on. And I mean, I can't be having that. So I decided I'm just not gonna mess with this. I want something that's gonna fasten on really good. So I'll be using, which I have been using, my E6000 for things that are to be glued on. And then for other things that I use for sewing on, as this right here, you know, these are sewn on and this is sewn on. I just have a needle and thread, and that's how I do it, you know, this way. So I have a couple different options depending on what I'm doing to fasten on my stones. But as for this, I'm not really a fan, but I will show you guys how it works. It comes just like this in the package. This came with also all the sizes and some stones. Okay, so it does have a little stand as well. Let me see what the little stand is. Okay, so the stand is here somewhere. I don't know where it is, right here, right offhand. Put it on top of it, which I don't need it. You don't need it to work. And you just turn it on. It gets hot, I mean, really quick. So you do not want this around children. It can be hazardous for sure. So let's see here. I will pick up one of these stones here, since that other black one's already fastened on. Okay, here we go. Got this little guy. And actually this is a smaller piece, so this one probably is a little bit too big and it's not quite appropriate. And so I want to give it a fair trial for you guys to see how it works. Oops, let me see. I have it too far for me. I can't see that far. That's why these glasses, oh my gosh, they're awesome. I highly recommend them to everybody. Anybody who does any type of artwork and jewel, things that are just really meticulous and small and precise, those glasses are awesome. So this is hot already. I know it's already super hot. And so I'm just going to put it down here and count to 30. Okay, so it is on there. It is fastened on. Let me pick this up a little bit closer so you can see it. Oh, see, it is not fastened on. I was totally gonna pick it up to show you guys to see it, and it's not. So the stone is super hot. This is hot enough. And this is the problem that I was running into. Now, I don't know if it's these stones in particular. I can't imagine that it would be these stones though, because they do have good high ratings. And which also is a little bit weird is that this fastener, the Hotfix, it also has, you know, fairly decent ratings. So, I mean, I don't know. I really gave it a really honest try. I did a whole entire 2 masks with it. And with some of these, you know, I had to go back and fasten them with some E6000 to ensure that they were gonna absolutely stay, because they weren't staying. It was just a mess. So I don't want to deal with this. That's just my personal choice. I know with some of these stones that I had seen in some of the videos that like people would draw out designs, put their stones in the designs, put a cloth on top, and then take a hot iron and go on top of it for 30 seconds and then hot fix it with a regular iron. And people had success doing it that way. that's, you know, an option for people. But for me, what I'm using it for at this time, being with masks and stuff, it's just not, it's not doable. I thought about it, like to put some stones down on just like one of the sides and then getting like a shirt and then trying to go over and then putting it on there, but it just won't work. So yeah, so that's my story with this. I mean, it's on there now, it's fixed on there, but that was a lot in order to get that fixed, and I just don't have time like that for every single little stone, because it definitely does take time. It takes a lot of time and love putting into making anything with your hands, any type of crafts, artwork, and this is what is working out for me. So I hope this video has been informative, helpful, and if so, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, share with a friend, and leave a comment. Thank you so much, and God bless. Bye.
Bye.